Welcome to the Wildcast podcast, coming to you from Wildcast Studios with your hosts Adam Lund and Jeremy Boucher.
What is up? Welcome back to the Wildcast Instacast daily show presented by Discount Flooring Services, a division of Fabulous Flooring. They're the home to the largest variety of high-end, current, and discontinued lines in hardwood, ceramic, vinyl, laminate flooring, and luxury model tiles and blinds for immediate purchase. DIYers out there, they also offer state-of-the-art digital technology and a realistic vision of your project. Give them a call at 506-859-9909 or check them out at 320 Collis Shaw. I don't know how you feel, Mr. Boucher, but I am quite nervous for this one.
Oh, Adam, what is there to be nervous about? You know, it's only the season's only on the line.
Yeah, the biggest game of the year. Just got back from media. That's why I look like my hat's up in the air. I don't quite know what I'm doing here, but yeah. The players, we asked Marcus and Sumpf, and they don't feel nervous on it. They feel pretty confident going into this one.
I mean, what are they going to say? You know?
Yeah. Oh, you got to ask the questions, right?
Yeah, you got to ask questions. I mean, you know, they're not going to openly say, "Yeah, of course we're nervous," but it's from a fan's perspective. I think everybody's confident.
Yeah.
But there's always that little piece in your mind that's that's gonna bother you. I mean, it's too bad we don't have that 1 point from the OT loss against London, because that would mean just 1 point would get us in. But you got to win. You have to find a way to win here. And I said yesterday, Rushi's going to be fired up. They want to get one here, and Moncton doesn't want to go 0-3. So something's got to give.
Yeah. 6,947 days. It's time to end that streak. Let's quickly recap before we got a guest who's backstage here.
Weekly Rewind.
All right, the Weekly Rewind brought to you by Alpha's Appliance Solution. They've got the KitchenAid built-in savings event. Save $600 when you purchase any 3, $800 when you purchase any 4, or $1,200 when you purchase 5 or more qualifying KitchenAid built-in major appliances from now till June 4th. For those and other deals, go to appliancesolutions.ca. Last night, the big one, Medicine Hat ends up taking that one, so they go to 3-0. They got the rest of the week off till the Sunday final, and the London Knights have to play a semifinal now, which obviously they didn't want to be in. They wanted that chance to get back what they thought was stolen from them. But I guess that game last night, that was a highly skilled game.
Well, the nice part about that game, Adam?
We didn't have to worry about it.
I didn't give two shits about it, so I actually went to bed at 9:30.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I was really hoping you watched it.
I was due for an early night, and I took advantage of it, and I just happened to watch the end of it on kind of a Sportsnet or TSN recap this morning. So it was, Medicine Hat kind of surprised me a little bit, but, based on their speed, I think their speed, again, just outmatched London. They were able to shut down London's attack, allowed London to get an early lead, but Medicine Hat crawled back, and you know what? It's working. They're kind of I wouldn't say the surprise to the tournament, but they're getting the job done so far. Yeah,
and I texted you, I don't know, 3 weeks ago in the finals, and I said, London doesn't worry me. Medicine Hat worries me, and they now have the rest. They had the longest distance to fly, but now they've got time off, and we'll see how that affects them. But yeah, Harrison Minigan he's just been on a different level in this tournament. He's just been so good. Anytime that the Knights or the Oceanic or somebody got in behind, he was generally there to make the save, especially against the Wildcats. Made 4 big ones. So this is a team they're playing for obviously the Memorial Cup, but they're playing for something more. They're playing as a tight knit group, and they come at you in waves. So I watched about half of it last night, and then I tuned it to I was like, oh, Jeremy will watch it. We'll be good on the recap. And turned it to the Oilers playoff game. That's what happens when you want a night off, right? You need a night. I didn't go to that one. So, those two teams now London awaits their winner of this one, and Medicine Hat awaits the winner of the semifinal. So it's not a hill we can't climb, but it's a very large hill to get there, and we know the opponents now. So just get this one tonight, and we'll see what happens. Should we get to our guest? Should we make sure he's okay?
Yeah, I was just going to say, tonight kind of reminds me of that the cliffhanger game on Price is Right.
Yeah.
Where it's like the yodel.
Yeah. We climb this one, and then we'll generally climb the next one, and we'll see what happens. All right.
Just don't fall off the edge.
Yeah, exactly.
View from the other bench.
And the View from the Other Bench is brought to you by Waterworks Paws and Spools. Pools and Spas, providing Atlantic Canadians with custom in-ground pool spa service and supply since 1986. If you're looking for a new spa service and maintenance by their trained technicians, or getting your pool from green to clear, come see them at 194 Drive in Moncton, or give them a call at 506-859-1980. Let's see if you can hear us. Steve, can you hear us?
In the show.
Can you hear us?
Can't hear. Can't hear you guys.
Okay, that's going to be fun because, yeah. Huh. Well, this is exciting. Well, I guess I'll put it in the chat and you can just answer the question. Tell us about your week so far. Let's go with that. I don't know why you can't hear. It's weird.
Well, the week's been pretty good here, and I'm actually here right now with Patrick McNeil, the Cape Breton Eagles. But figure we bring him on. Unfortunately, with our technical difficulties, we can't hear what's going on, but thankfully due to the power of chat. The week has been fantastic so far, just like every Memorial Cup I go to. It's just a fantastic week, but I think this might be one of the most even tournaments I've ever seen between the four teams. I know it's odd to say when two teams are at 0-2 right now, but it's just been fantastic hockey. I don't think I've ever seen so many close games, essentially all one-goal games so far, and the community of Rimouski has been absolutely fantastic. I'm sure Adam can attest to that, and it's just been fantastic the whole time. No complaints. As far as the events go, I would say this one ranks up there pretty good. The Fan Fest has been done very well. In Saginaw, I thought last year probably had the best organized event I've ever seen, but Rimouski's right up there. All the events around the arena, the town, it really does feel like that there's something going on, that there is a big event, which has been lost in the lurch sometimes when we've had this in bigger cities. So it's really nice to see in small towns like this when it comes in, and it kind of takes over the city, and you get that feel of it here this week.
So I'm asking, your knowledge is in this league is tops in the CHL. How does it compare to previous events you've been to?
As far as previous events that I've been to in the CHL, I mean, it's hard to say in the sense of this one is at such a smaller barn than all the other ones that I've been to. So it really gives off that more intimate atmosphere. And it's like I said, it just runs so well with the Oceanique. I think that they've had, obviously hosted this tournament 16 years ago. I know there's lots of turnover, but they've probably had a lot of employees who've dealt with this before, and they get that second crack at it here so many years later. So it's great as far as all CHL events go. Memorial Cup is my favorite thing to do every year, and it's something I look forward to every single year. I'm already excited to get to Kamloops next summer.
Jeremy says, having a veteran Rimouski presence like Pat McNeil with you, how's it been with the hidden gems around the arena?
Well, that's the question for Pat here. Pat, they're wanting to know about hidden gems in the area.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a big rivalry as to what the top poutine place is between Relais and Lagar. I think it's Lagar or Lagari, and I threw out the controversial not liking cheese opinion, but sauce frites a big thing here in Quebec too. That will give you the poutine without the cheese. As young fan is over there, we're on a podcast. I don't think he really understood what was going on, but he spoke English, so that was cool. Yeah, those are kind of some of the things. Chez Dan is a cool place to get paninis. Went to Parc Beaux-Azur, beautiful. Those are some of the. There's probably some things I'm forgetting, but shout out to Tobin Duguay, a Charlottetown Islanders fan who happens to be staying in the same Airbnb as me by coincidence. He's actually got the list on his phone, so he's like making the checklist. We'll see if he gets to all his spots by the end of the week.
So I know you're not part of the junior hockey junkies, but just tell us about that group and how all those fans come together and seeing all these different jerseys here in Rimouski.
Oh, so the fans up for me now?
No, for Steve.
Well, it says you're not part of the junkies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's been cool. It's always cool watching the different CHL jerseys. Plymouth Whalers well represented. They always seem to have a good contingent here. Steve and I are actually at a bit of an event right now with some different CHL fans, so that's always cool. And I had a tweet from a guy named Michael Wall who kind of follows my exploits. He was asking if I'd seen any senior hockey jerseys, which I've not. Hard to top the yellow flying V Richard Brodeur Canucks jersey that I saw early in the week. That was pretty impressive. But yeah, it's been cool getting to see different fans from all over the CHL. That's probably my favorite part of the event.
So the Junior Hockey Junkies, that's a thing that came together. I believe it started back in 1999 when the Calgary Hitmen made the Memorial Cup in Ottawa, and a bunch of Calgary fans went to that Memorial Cup, and they had such a good time that they wanted to keep going, no matter if the Hitmen were in it or not. And as the years have gone by, the group has grown bigger and bigger and bigger. There is actually a Moncton connection to all this. We, of course, had the fan breakfast back on Sunday morning, and the fan breakfast actually started when the Memorial Cup was in London, or Moncton in 2006. And it was started by the Moncton Wildcats fan group, and it kind of kept growing over the next couple of years. And I believe it was around 2008 that other people kept taking, obviously the Moncton people couldn't be there every year. So people who were coming every year kind of took the reins on it. And it was around 2008 that they decided to turn it into an event to give back to the community that we were somewhat invading. And every year we have this breakfast that raises money for one of the charities in town. This year it was two charities. It was the Germain Foundation and, of course, the Legion here in Rimouski, because they don't actually have a Legion building here in Rimouski. So they're trying to raise up money to get that off the ground. And that's actually the purpose of this lunch here today. A little bit smaller scale event that we haven't done before, but the lunch, they're getting a cut, obviously, from every person at the lunch here today for the cost of the event. And it's some great charities, and it's great to give back to these communities. And we have, as you can see, I'm wearing my Junior Hockey Junkies t-shirt, and on the back of it, it has all the years and stuff. And the Junkies, it's a great thing. That's every year. Everyone, it's kind of those people that you only see once a year, and you kind of spend the whole week catching up. And even if it's been a whole year, or people skip a year and come back, it's been great to catch up with everyone along the way.
Yeah, just last
if fans want to join, so it's kind of so joining up, there's a gentleman who goes by Santa. His name's Kim Thomas. He's in a Calgary Hitman jersey, and he looks exactly like Santa Claus. You would have to email him. I actually don't have the email right on me right now, but we can post a link to that later, I'm sure. But that's how you get in touch with him, and you can get tickets to sit with the Junkies next year in Kelowna if you want. As far as tonight's game is concerned, as I mentioned, both these teams at 0-2, but I thought both these teams had pretty good showing. Moncton's game the other night was a little rough, I thought, but both teams played great against the London Knights. So whoever comes out of this game, I really think has a good shot to beat London on Friday and kind of upset. People would see it as an upset, but Moncton's got a tough road ahead of them with the home crowd tonight. Of course, that they've won a couple of games up here in Rimouski. They won the title up here, so I would favor the Moncton Wildcats a little bit, but you guys would be. I think Patrick here probably be a good guy to talk about the game tonight too.
Well, I should note too, of interest for the fans that are watching this podcast, you're getting more of this duo because I'm going to be joining Marty Kingston on Color tonight and spilling the beans, exposing the business that Steve is going to be going one of our intermission guests. That's what's important. Never mind the actual game. It should be a really good one because two teams are obviously going to be very desperate, very hungry, and I don't know if there's such a thing as momentum when two teams are 0-2, but I feel like Rimouski's had the better tournament so far, and they are on home ice. After the game, Moncton's last game. We learned about everything the McDougall family was going through. I know Gardner would have been coaching with a heavy heart, so I'm sure tonight's going to be an emotional game for him regardless as well. I feel like Rimouski's got the momentum, but Moncton has won 2 of the 3 in this rink, so tough to get a read on it. The one thing I'll say is it's been such a close tournament. Every game has been so close. It'd be really, really surprising if we had a game that wasn't close tonight.
All right, gentlemen, I want to thank you for doing this, and Steve, we'll get you on a podcast.
Yes, and we apologize for the lack of audio. Not sure what's going on. I've got my sound boosted all the way, so thank you guys for dealing with that. Sorry, we try not to be too amateurish on my end next time, and we'll have you guys on all 6.
No worries, thanks, guys. All righty, we'll have you on a regular show. Thanks, guys. Hey, we got through it, and that's what this show's about: getting through stuff. Yeah, I think they're both correct. Moncton's had success. 5 of 8 they've taken. So, but it is a home game, as home games you can get in the Memorial Cup, and we just need our forwards to score. That's all it is. The top 6 has got to show up tonight, because if our top 6 doesn't show up and theirs does, 0-3.
Yeah, and that's not what you want, because if something like that happens, it's after the season we've had, there's going to be some jokes made about it, but we don't want to joke around. We want to get a win, and we want 2 cups to celebrate on Monday. We don't one's good, but two's what we want.
Yeah, and this is like I said yesterday, we're going to see what this team's resolve is. They have never been in a situation like this. I don't want to say everything came easy this year, but everything just kind of flowed. And I guess you could say Game 6 was the biggest test they'd faced up until that point. But yeah, we're going to see what this team has. And I think the first 10 minutes is going to be key in this one. They are wearing the black jerseys tonight. They were in morning skate with black jerseys. I'm not giving anything away. You'll see it in pictures everywhere, but maybe that's a factor. They've had a lot of success in those jerseys. And, the key is scored first. They have to score first in this hockey game.
Yeah, they have to play with a lead. That's something they haven't been able to do yet in this tournament. Play with a lead, and that series against Rimouski, that final. I mean, did we not score every win? We scored first, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
So it just proves that my mother, God love her, she's always told me since I was a young child, statistically, the team that scores first wins the game. And it's stuck with me forever, and it's been key in the finals, and it's been key in this tournament.
Yeah, that's Mama Boucher. That's very good advice to live by. You'll hear from Gardner McDougall, Marcus Vidicek, and Julie Sumpf on our YouTube here in a little bit, and just talking about that. This is a Game 7, like it's Game 3 of the Memorial Cup, but in this series, I guess you could say, of these 2 teams, this is going to be a Game 7. The winner moves on, the loser goes home. I kind of agree with Steve. I think if we can get by this, or God forbid Rimouski gets by this, I think they've got a good shot. They've seen what London can do, and in these anything can happen games, that's what you're looking for. So I know you got to get out of here to get get Avery from school, unless you got detention. Did you get detention? Have you figured it out yet?
No, not yet. No, not yet. No. Still. She's still batting 0 when it comes to detentions.
What grade is she in?
Grade 4. Her last couple weeks of elementary school.
Nice. How many detentions did you have by grade 4?
Rick, I think I got kicked out of grade 4. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, man. I asked you yesterday, but I'm going to ask you today, 1 to 10. How are your nerves?
Right now, 1.
1.
It's not. We still got 6.5 hours till the game. Yeah. Nerve scale right now 1. At 10 after 8, probably a 12. So it's just I'm just gonna try to can do whatever I can right now to not think about hockey for the next few hours, and we'll see how I feel come 8 o'clock. Yeah,
I'm probably at probably about a 3. I was at like a a 5 before I got to the rink. And then, you just see the calm from Gardner and the other players in the morning skate and stuff. You're like, okay, they feel good. I'm going to feel good. So I'm about a 3. We'll see what it feels like as I get to the rink. And, but yeah. And like you said, 10 minutes in, could be a 12, could be a 10. But yeah, that game is on TSN tonight. It's the biggest one of the year. 0-2 Rimouski versus 0-2 Moncton. The winner takes London in the semifinal on Friday, and then whoever comes out of that one takes on the Medicine Hat Tigers in the Memorial Cup final from Rimouski. We will be back here tomorrow, either for a moratorium or getting you set for the London game. For Jeremy, I'm Adam. See you guys tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Wildcast podcast. Follow us on social media at Moncton Wildcast.